Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me using basically everything that I got at the Sephora VIP sale, and then I have a couple like current favorites, but I think I'm going to be using pretty much every single thing that I purchased recently. I've been testing them out for the last several days so I can give you guys like how I feel about all the products so far. So I'm just going to go right into everything. Normally for get ready with me's, I always have my brows done first. But one of the things that I ended up purchasing was the Patrick Ta Sculpting Wax. This one is in tinted. This product is so cool. So basically it just looks like this. And what you do is you just take some kind of like primer water, facial spray, or setting spray, and then you spray it. And you have to do this every time. And then you just take a little brush. I'm using the number 12 brush from Anastasia, and that activates the wax and makes it soften so that you can go ahead and apply it on. I am gonna go over it with a little bit of a brow pencil, just fill in a little bit of the areas, but I wanna show you guys what this product looks like on its own. It's supposed to give you like a laminated brow look. Also, I did get microblading first week of February, and you're supposed to get a touch-up after 6 to 8 weeks. So I was originally supposed to do it in March, but I'll just do it when I can later this summer. But this is what my brows look like with the microblading, just one session so far. You can see like the little strokes. It looks a little crazy, but it honestly, it is more full than it is naturally, obviously, because there's tattooed brow strokes, brow hairs on my brow, but it's not as full as I originally expected when I got the microblading. But I think when I get the touch-up, it'll be where I want it to be. All right, so this is what one little weird area right there. That's where I need to patch it up, otherwise it just looks a little intense. But this is what the brow product looks like. I know it's like a lot. I really love the laminated brow look so much. So what I'm gonna do, and what's like the correct step or technique with this product, is that you're supposed to just take the other side of your brush, and after a minute, once the wax is kind of set in place, you just kind of play with it, move it around. What I'll do actually is just kind of leave my brows like this, so they might look a little bit intense or odd throughout this video. And then once I have my foundation and everything on, I'm just gonna kind of brush through it with a spoolie and add a pencil in any sparse areas just to finish them off. And I've found so far, this is the third day that I'm wearing it, it doesn't stay perfectly in place after hours and hours, but it's definitely still there. The pigmentation is still there for sure. This is something I'm gonna start using every day because even if I do my normal brow routine and I just add a tiny bit of the wax, just like 1 or 2 little strokes to make my brows look more 3D, I feel like it's gonna help so much. All right, so for primer, we're using the Vitamin Glow Primer from Smashbox. This stuff smells so good. It smells like oranges, and it feels so refreshing and calming and depuffing, because my skin, I just get so swollen. Like, it takes me now several hours into my day for my face to calm down. So I try to just like rub out my face and like try to get the swelling to go down, because seasonal allergies, oh my gosh, I feel like I mentioned it in like so many videos, but it really just affects what my face looks like. So if I ever look puffy, I want you guys to know like that's the issue. Definitely feel like that helps nourish my skin. And then for foundation, let me grab a clean foundation brush. We're using the Bite Beauty Micellar foundation. So I picked out the shade online. I picked out the shade M70. This is definitely like a shade dark. I think once I start going into the sunlight again in the summertime, it will definitely match me a lot better. So I'm just gonna carry this down my neck, and once I do the concealer and everything, it totally looks fine. But I'm really digging this foundation for sure. The first day I wore it, it felt more like a BB cream, but then I applied it with a brush and it's definitely more coverage. So you guys will see it's definitely a little bit dark when it's not too bad. So this is definitely more of like a medium build full coverage, and it does give you that kind of blurred, smooth over effect. So I'm just blending it out with my Juno sponge. Oh yeah, it's definitely like 2 shades dark, but trust me, it's gonna look okay. I'm gonna fix it. All right, so I just jumped right into the video, but as you guys can see, I completely changed my room, and it makes me so happy. Like, I feel so much better filming right now compared to the way my setup was for the last 2 years. And that's just been like my biggest project now that we've been staying at home, is just like, how can I make my home a lot more functional, better, cleaner, organized, and like if I'm gonna stay in the same place all day, every day, 24/7, like I want to enjoy it as much as possible. So just changing things around, oh, it like makes me so much happier, and I'm gonna document the whole thing for you guys. I didn't get video. I got like a quick Insta story, but I didn't get like video footage of what my room was set up like before and like why I didn't like it that way. I've mentioned it in my recent vanity video where I had my desk behind me, and that was my work desk, and then this is my makeup desk. And just turning around and like having that in the background like really was not the best look, and it also was just like a little bit chaotic, moving things off my desk, clearing my workspace off right before filming and stuff every time. So I think I'm actually gonna move everything back just so I could show you what it looked like before, and kind of explain some of the things that bothered me about it, and then I'll show you what a difference this new setup makes. And I'm actually gonna be decorating my background way more, so in the upcoming weeks that will be upgraded, because I don't like how harsh this background is right now, like how plain and just plain white in the background. I wanted to have a bit more personality, so I'm working on doing like a gallery wall over here, and it's gonna make me so happy just to feel like it's stuff that I like and not just random blot in the background. All right, so the foundation is actually looking really good. I'm using this Stay Naked, and it's totally gonna all blend in once I add this. Let me know if it's okay with you guys if I have my mirror here so I can see. I know it's probably not the best look, but hopefully it's not like annoying to watch like this. Otherwise I like have to be really far away from my mirror when I'm putting on my makeup, because I lowered my camera like almost a foot compared to where it was before, so that you guys can see the background, and I'll play around with it once I add the frames and stuff. But this is the first time, obviously, that I'm filming with this setup, but then also filming a makeup video where I need to like be looking into a mirror. And then the shade I use for the Stay Naked is 40 NY. This is still like my holy grail favorite concealer. I'm almost done with the first tube. I actually think I have a second one open that's in a different shade, but this shade is my favorite because it's a bit more neutral. All right, so I'm just gonna set under my eyes because I'm gonna go in with some cream contour, and I'm gonna use the Everyday Vacay powder from Ciate. This is a matte powder and I love it. I'm actually almost done with it. This is just basically a regular matte powder. I think half the reason I love it so much is because it smells like coconut, but it's also a very light, fine powder. It does not look too matte. It doesn't dry out my skin. So I'm just gonna put it on the concealer areas. All right, so I'm going in with the Fenty Cream Concealer in the shade Amber. This is the one that's cool tone. And this is actually pretty easy to blend. I don't wanna apply too much. I feel like the first time I tried this, I put way too much on my brush. More of a lightweight product, which is what I prefer, so it doesn't look too cakey. I am liking this so far. I find it easy to blend. I'm just using an e.l.f. stipple brush to blend this out. That's what I've always used to blend out cream contour. And I'm just using the Laura Mercier Glow Powder to set the rest of my face. So for bronzer, I'm using the NARS Laguna Bronzer. This is just the new one. It doesn't say anything more on there, but I'll link it below. It's the one that just came out. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it. So for blush, I'm using the Georgia blush from Benefit. This is new and it smells so good. It smells like Cabbage Patch Kids. No, not Cabbage Patch Kids. What are they called? Yeah, Cabbage Patch Kids. I was thinking, I don't know why I said that so weird. Cabbage Patch Kids. I'm pretty sure it was Cabbage Patch Kids that are those dolls that smell really good from like the 80s and have those like big faces. I think they smelled, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of it, I'm blending it with a different doll, but I'm pretty sure they smelled like they smelled on purpose. They smelled good. Yeah, basically just smells like peach. I don't know why I had to compare it to a doll from 30 years ago, but if you really want to know, it just smells like peach. It smells awesome. And I just love like a peachy blush that isn't too pink. Oh, I can put this on my face all day long. Like, it makes me so happy. And we're gonna move into the eyes. I think that I set my eyes with enough powder. I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna use the Amrezy palette today. I wanna do something light, especially with this brow look that's like a little bit messier. I just want something that's very natural and bright. So I want to go in with this palette, obviously, and I'm going to use this shade Anastasia all over my lid. I'm going to just mix together these two transition shades kind of lightly. I don't want to do anything that's too dramatic. I really just want it to be like a wash of color on my eyes and just let my brow, like the messy brow and then like a peachy lip and a peachy blush be more so the focus. All right, so all of the room updates has definitely been like my priority and just like super therapeutic and relaxing and motivating during quarantine, because I think I mentioned in another video, or maybe I just mentioned it on Instagram, that originally we were gonna be moving out of this apartment because our lease is coming up sometime in May. But it looks like we will be staying. And I think this whole past year, I was kind of just waiting on like, oh, we'll move out and I'll upgrade certain things. And then now I'm like, okay, that's not happening. Let me just get everything out of the way now, because I don't want it to go like, I want to get everything upgraded right away so that I can enjoy it for the full year. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Anastasia in my lid. So I'm so excited about that because I just realized that like the background that I've had before, I've had that for like almost 5 years. Like I picked out a lot of that decor when I was like 23 or 24, and I'm gonna be 30 this year. And it's definitely like my style, my taste, and like what I like has changed so much. And I feel like I wanted my space to reflect that, especially because the upgrades that I want to make are not like very expensive. Like I'm gonna pick out some frames and stuff that are like 20 bucks. It's not like, you know, $1 million commitment. So I'm like, let me just update this because I don't like it. And it's not a big deal to change it up or anything. So I'm really, really excited about that and just kind of like discover what I actually really like and try to go for my own kind of thing. And I've been watching so many like DIY videos and home videos. My favorite channel, like literally my favorite YouTube channel that I've discovered in the past year or so is Lone Fox. I love his videos so much. I just like basically discovered it during quarantine. I had seen some of his videos before because I know he did James Charles's room a year ago, I think. So I remember watching his videos before, but like during quarantine, I like binge watched his entire channel, and I'm so excited to do like some room DIY kind of things and just play around with things without having to, you know, go to like Z Gallery or something and spend so much money. I just want to do everything pretty affordably with stuff that I can replace in a couple of years, but still be good quality for the time being and everything. So I just added this I Am Resilient eyeliner from Real Her. This is the one in metallic bronze. And I'm just gonna try to make that look a little bit more natural. I'm just gonna use the shade New Yorker on the lower lash line, blend that out. So I'm really excited to share yeah, those updates with you guys. I'm gonna do a Amazon haul, like a home decor haul, because I just purchased a bunch of things that are like really affordable, and I'm excited to see what they'll look like. And I'll do like a haul and then show you like where I style it in my home. I'm literally making over like every room in my house. I mean, not even like, when I say makeover, I mean I'm putting new throw pillows on my couch. I'm not going all out here. I'm doing it on a super budget for sure, but I've just seen like little updates that I could do that will make a lot of my rooms feel a lot better for like not a lot of money or like a lot of supplies or anything. So I definitely want to share that with you guys and show you like before and afters of a lot of things. Because that way also I can like film in more areas in my apartment, and I think it'll just be like more interesting and exciting, and you guys can see like different styles depending on like different videos and stuff. That way everything's not just like one dimensional. So definitely let me know what you guys would like to see. I also am gonna do some more like makeup declutters coming up really soon. I'm gonna buy some more organizers and share that with you guys as well. I was just going through my collection and I really just want to cut some things down and get rid of everything that's just old and I'm lying to myself about and saying that I'm gonna use, even though I haven't touched since like 2016. So I am very excited for that, to just keep doing some updates and organizations. I love doing like makeup organization videos, declutters, and I just want to get a lot going throughout the spring. And then I also wanted to do a closet organization video or something, because I did do a little bit of one in my recent nighttime routine, but I definitely have been like looking at Amazon for like organizers and things that can make my closet a little bit more effective. And I wish, I mean, I don't know if I wish I did this, because it probably would have made me feel bad about myself, but if you guys can see what my room looked like before quarantine and my closet looked like it just looked like a trash can. Like it literally was a complete mess. Like I would have this background clean, but you would just walk through like piles of laundry, stuff like all over the floor at all times. And just now having a clean space and being like, oh wow, this is actually enjoyable. It makes me so excited to keep going and keep everything organized. Hopefully that's the case like once quarantine is over, because right now I feel like I've been cleaning my apartment for like 2 hours a day, just cleaning the same areas over and over, just to give me something to do when like I run out of stuff to do, because it just helps like keep my mind on things and feel like I'm getting something done, just sweeping over the same area like 7 times a day. Let me know if you guys are doing the same thing, but that is definitely how I've been spending some of my extra time. All right, for highlighter, I'm just using Benefit Cookie. This is just like a champagne highlight. I'm just waiting for my lash glue to get tacky and throw on some lashes. Super simple eye look. Maybe I should add something more to my inner corner just to get it a little bit more exciting. I'm gonna grab the shade Cruisin'. This is from the ColourPop California Love palette. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted like a pop of gold. Oh, that's pretty. In my inner corner, just to give it a little bit more dimension. And I like to carry that, especially with this brow look, to carry that up and just get a little bit of something else going in there so it doesn't look just like a plain eye. I'm gonna pop on my lash. I usually do all of this off camera, but I just feel like I have so much to say in this video, and just thinking like this is the most I've talked in like a long time about anything that's going on my channel, so it's nice to just kind of check in with you guys. I'm just filling in my brow a little bit while my second lash gets tacky. Hopefully I don't mess it up. I'm like still kind of learning how I like to use this product. I've only been using it a couple days, so give me a little bit of grace with my brows if they look all over the place. But I actually really like, even if it's a little bit messy, I really prefer that look to the harsher brow I was doing before. And that's really why I got microblading done in the first place, because my brows were so sparse that I couldn't just fill them in a little bit. I really had to go in with a decent amount of product, but I just didn't like that look either, like that too much of a makeup-y look. I like that more like runway laminated brow look. I definitely like the like feathery brow look. I know it's like more in and like a little bit more youthful too. Definitely know this is gonna be a bit more of a draining week for me. I think so far like I've just been very grateful. I'm still working and I'm like very grateful about that. For sure, it's like one of the things that's keeping me sane is like my just normal day job and just having like that same schedule. So I've been so like just letting everything go when it comes to everything else. But definitely I think this week is going to be a little bit more challenging, because this week I was supposed to fly to Colombia to surprise my dad for his 70th birthday. And that was something that we had been planning, that my mom and I, for almost the last year. And my brother was gonna fly as well. He lives in Connecticut, and my parents, obviously, they live in Colombia. And me and my two siblings, one of them lives in Colombia, one of them is in Connecticut. I don't think we've all been with my dad for his birthday in maybe like 15 years, because we all grew up in different places. Like my brothers were raised in Colombia. One of them ended up moving to the US. The other one always lived in Colombia. So like to have like all the family together like is very rare. I think the last time that happened was maybe my wedding 4 years ago. And at least then it was Father's Day weekend, so we all got to be with my dad for Father's Day too. But it's honestly been at least a decade since when we've all been there for his birthday, and obviously like a 70th birthday is a big one. And just the idea of like surprising him, like that was like such a motivation for me, like daily for like the last year, just to like walk in and surprise him. But I'm gonna use Fenty Up to No Good, the new lipstick. I'm still feeling out how I feel about this formula. But what happened was my mom ended up telling my dad that we were all flying in and surprising him. And I was like, I didn't want him to know, because for the first couple weeks of quarantine, I didn't know that my mom told him. And I'm like, at least he doesn't have to have that disappointment of us not coming. But my mom's like, no, I'd rather have him know, so he knows that what we were planning on doing. And it was gonna be so fun, but you know, there'll be other things for sure. But it was just so exciting, like what we were planning. We were gonna do like a 70s theme birthday party, and everybody would dress up in like 70s clothing, and we were gonna do like a karaoke bar thing. It was definitely like the thing that I had been looking forward to the most all year. But like I'm sad now because it's like the week of, but it's really like I just gotta get over it. You know, like it's those, like you can be sad, but it's like big picture kind of thing. And then I'm finishing up with Dare to Bear by Pat McGrath. Everything's gonna be fine though. My whole family, we've been doing a ton of Zoom birthday parties, and everybody has to get dressed up in different themes for each birthday parties, like different colors, prints. It's been really fun. We've been doing them for everybody, like literally like cousins I haven't seen since I was like 5. Everybody's been having a birthday party, like literally like twice a week. We find some distant cousin to have a Zoom birthday party for, but we'll definitely do one for my dad coming up this week. I know it's gonna be great because my family's very like passionate. My dad's been like playing the guitar on all these Zoom birthday parties. Like people have been writing poetry. Like my family like loves each other so much. But that is the finished makeup. I love how my brows look. Do you guys like them? If you don't tell me, because I'm gonna keep doing them like this. This is a finished makeup. I know it's like pretty simple, but I do have some more interesting makeup tutorials on my Instagram right now, and I'm gonna be putting up a couple more this week of really like colorful, more dramatic looks. So stay tuned for that. I have a couple that I have filmed that I'm gonna be putting up in the next couple of days, but I really love this brow look. I just wanted something more natural on the eyes. I know my last Get Ready With Me, my makeup was so similar, but the brow makes such a huge difference, and I just wanted to have that be like the statement in this look, and it makes me so happy. Really digging it, how it came out, because at first it was looking a little weird, but I think it looks good now. I'm liking everything from my haul. The Fenty lipstick, I really love this color. I wanted something peachier because I have so many nudes that are like a nude pink or beige, but I wanted something a little peachier. The thing with the formula, it's opaque, but it gets like a little bit gloopy. So hopefully it doesn't look like that. I just kind of cleaned it up so it didn't get too smudgy or anything. This is the first time I'm wearing the lip gloss. It looks really great so far. But every other product I've tried for a couple days now, and I'm really liking it, like the Micellar foundation I like more than I thought I would, just because it gives me more coverage and it smooths out my skin a bit better than I thought it would. I thought it would be a little bit more lightweight, but I prefer the coverage that it gives. It gives more coverage and it's more blurring. Loving the primer. Basically everything that I got, I'm not planning on returning anything is basically my point. So definitely recommend everything so far. I'm excited to keep using them, and you guys will see them in other tutorials throughout the upcoming months as well. All right, but that's gonna be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I loved chatting with you guys today. It just felt like very relaxing to finally get a chance to like sit down and do more of like a life update, even though it's not too dramatic. But it just felt so good to finally talk to you guys, because I feel like I haven't been chatting too much in my recent videos. But hopefully you guys are doing well, and I will link everything below as well. And I'm so looking forward to sharing with you guys like my room updates and some organization coming up in the next couple weeks. But that's gonna be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.